We just had the finals venue announced here for StarLeague. Even I didn't know that was where it was going to be. You know, that arena in the Children's Park near Sejong University is one of the biggest, coolest outside venues that you could ever have a StarCraft finals at. There's been several finals in the past of other esports events at that location, so definitely mark your calendars for that one. It's going to be pretty sick.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. We get to go there and cast the Wolf. I can't wait.
That's going to be awesome. But we got to find out who is going there to join Biel. Biel, our very first Zerg StarLeague finalist ever here. And we'll see who's going to go up to meet him, which one of these two Protosses.
Well, it's neck and neck so far, 1-all. Rain going for that cheese in game 2, failing pretty horribly, and herO playing a very sloppy game 1.
Yeah, it's like these two are definitely playing on some nerves right now. There's a lot of mind games that go into a PvP like this, but definitely neither player playing perfect just yet. I'm hoping when we go into game 3 on Coda, things kind of slow down a little bit. Maybe we could see both players have a second base and see kind of the strategy that goes into the mid game. How do you take your third base? A game where it's 2 base versus 2 base with no massive clear advantage to one player or another.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic to see just a nice, healthy macro game between these guys.
Back. I couldn't see it.
That was very quick. We didn't get a chance to see that.
Too fast.
Well, yeah, it's interesting series so far, but I'm sure it's going to get a lot cleaner now that both sides are warmed up. Things are getting a little bit more intense as it goes into the deeper sets. You know, one player might get ahead, and then the pressure's really on to try and make up for it.
Absolutely. Both players need 3 more wins in order to take that final spot at 1-1 apiece going into our third set. The winner will take some momentum here. And I'm pretty hyped for this. All right, let's go into game 3 now. As mentioned before, the map is Coda. herO defending a cheese. The momentum is in his favor as we go into our third in a row now. 2-player map. And, herO known for taking early advantages in the early game, in the mid game, and winning that way. His late game not as strong as Rain's.
Yeah, certainly not. He has to make it happen sooner than later.
Especially because game 6 and game 7, Iron Fortress and Cactus Valley, the biggest maps in our pool. They would like to win before that, but finally we're ready here. Let's go into game number 3 on Coda.
많은 사람들의 기억.
Down to the bottom right in red. It's Rain. Or my insanity.
There he is. All right. Well, not going for a cheese this time around. And up here in the top left, we do have the blue Protoss player. He is CJ's herO.
That brief Korean clip there, he said he wanted a lot of people to remember.
Who can save?
herO will save.
herO will save. Excellent. Fantastic. Straight to the point.
Very much. Yeah. He had a question. He had the answer. He didn't keep anybody guessing.
It's rhetorical. It was rhetorical.
Yeah. No one at home was like, I don't know. You know, who is going to say? Let me think about that, because the answer was right there.
Right there in front of us. Look at this. Look at this pylon. Cheeky second pylon. A little bit hidden.
Yeah, we saw herO actually do this in game 1.
Yeah, you know, it kind of freaks out the opponent when they go for that scout. It's like, well, where is that next pylon? Are you proxying me? Are you throwing out a Stargate somewhere? Or did you simply just hide it somewhere for the sake of delaying and hiding information?
Yeah.
It's a good mind game. I like it a lot.
It's quite popular in Korea right now. Let's see if he checks that when he comes down here or not. A lot of players are now checking for this just on their way out because it's such a common thing. But it's still a smart thing to do. Chrono Boosted Stalker is shown here to the probe, and here comes herO's scout as well. He's going to see that missing pylon and probably go and check for that on his way out once the Stalker gets near completion.
Yeah, fairly ordinary start for both sides. No chance of taking this one.
You're my hero.
He crossed out the 0 though. What does that mean?
Maybe it means not 0. He's not 0 because he's a hero. I don't know.
All right.
Let's talk about some of the storyline going into this matchup, because this is going to be kind of one of those early games. Well, hold that thought, because here's adding 2 more gates. I just want to point out one thing very briefly. Since Mothership working a tussle with his Stalker. For Rain, if he's able to win this Star League, he will be the only player in StarCraft 2 history to have won an OSL, a GSL, and an SSL.
Yeah. Well, hold that thought. Did scout that probe early enough. He's going to go for it with the Stalker. Shut it down, but a pylon did get down as well. Not sure if that's the closest pylon he'd actually won for this there.
I think he definitely wants more than what he has, and I think he might have to abort as a result.
Well, he's doing some damage to the Stalker here. Second one, joining the fight as well. He's going to be pushing Rain back into his base.
He's trying to get a Stargate here. That's a really interesting choice. He doesn't even have enough for a Nexus Cannon yet. He will in a moment, but he does not want to lose these Stalkers beforehand.
Good trade here.
Yeah, missed target there by hero. He could have definitely killed the Stalker there. He might still.
Well, he's going to force out that photon overcharge. Maybe trade out the Mothership. He does.
Oh, he could force field that Stalker in, but he probably wants to save it instead.
Oh, man. Well, either way, he's so far ahead. Shutting down that Mothership core as well from hero. He's going to slow things down in a big way, but that first warp in of 3 Stalkers is coming up.
I'm a bit surprised he decides to continue this warp in, knowing he's been scouted, knowing there's a sentry. I mean, he scouted that. He gets the Stalkers up anyways, but not a good trade.
This is reckless. Complete recklessness there. Losing 2 Stalkers for that.
A lot of nerves here, I feel.
Yeah, a lot of nerves, a lot of misplays. A little bit of sloppy. Maybe he feels like he's pigeonholed into this style, into this strategy. It did get scattered out at the wrong time, and he's like, well, I'm just going to have to roll with it. This pylon in the main base of hero, though, could cause some serious problems coming up.
Absolutely.
He could actually warp in some Zealots or something, tie up the Stalkers while that Oracle goes in for the probe kills.
I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
We have a counter Stargate coming up for hero as well, but it's very late. He just warps in 1 Zealot, which is just simply going to be used as a scout, it looks like.
Yeah, that might even give away the pylon, and it does. Well, not the best
questionable choice.
At least they're out of position so this Oracle can get something done.
Yeah, even the Mothership core came with this, and he's going to go down into the natural. Way out of position. Let's see how many kills. Should be able to get at least 4.
I'm going to say 4. I'm going to say 5, Wolf. 1 more. There we go.
Maybe 6?
Oh, he did get 6, actually.
And no Nexus Cannon being used, but the Oracle will escape. Rain cleaning up that forward pylon. Now it's going to be a Phenai battle going into the mid-game.
Indeed it is. Well, this Phenai is going to shut down the Oracle, Wolf.
That's a Phoenix. It's only Phenai if it's plural.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I know it's complicated.
My bad. Still learning.
It's a very new concept, I know, for a lot of people out there. Robo comes down here first for Rain, which means he does have to temporarily cease Phoenix production. Let's see if he continues that or if he's going to try to make the switch now into total ground army.
Phoenix getting caught out here and should go down considering they move and shoot at the same speed.
Yeah, 1 Phoenix versus 2 Phenai. Never going to be a good thing. So you better turn this Phoenix around. He's going to run into Phenai as well.
Phenai's the strike again. Looks like he's going to get away from them this time around there.
It's just taking a little bit of shield damage, but a Dark Shrine is not going to be very effective versus the robotics that's already here.
Yeah, that's actually a problem. That is not going to work out, but it's really going to come down to where these observers are, and are they in place? Are they defending, or are they trying to scout?
He's going to scout this Dark Shrine potentially as well. Okay, looks like he barely did not, but keep in mind there's no forward warping point whatsoever here for heroes, so the DTs are going to take forever to walk across the map.
Well, as you say that, we do see a pylon on the right side of the probe on the right side of the map, looking to make a pylon in just a second. There's a Stalker in place to intercept it there.
He still didn't see that Dark Shrine, even though a probe got in the main somehow. And he's actually going Immortal first.
This Stalker actually sees the pylon on the right side. He might actually force a cancel. Maybe not. We'll see.
Well, if he doesn't cancel, it's going to be insanely obvious what he's doing. I mean, he'll see the blurs that the DT is warping in. And it's not even ready yet. He's got a tight wall at his ramp. And he's making an observer.
There it is. DT is warped in. He's going to be making his way through this natural, but yeah, no real hope of that actually doing any damage.
Look at the rally. Yeah, look at that. He knows what's up.
Phoenix there, flying in. Sorry, Phenai. All right,
right.
here we go. Dead. Didn't make it. Nearly. Down goes that pylon, and down goes hero's chance of damage with the Dark Templar.
herO is such a tempo-based player in this matchup, you know, and he's found nothing. It's going to be difficult for him to actually continue forward now into this mid-game. Already about 20 supply down. He has half the army size.
You see that? He canceled that forge, I believe it was, into a second Stargate after the hallucination went down. So he's going to go for the big Phoenix numbers here.
He's going to try to go for Observer Snipes, I think. He's going to need a Robo for this, though. Is that Engine? It looks kind of like Engine, man. I don't think it is, but it could be. Like, nah, it's not Engine.
Just a handsome man.
Just a handsome dude in the crowd.
They kept it on him for a little while.
Anyway, let's see if he can actually make this work. We've seen herO try to do this in a lot of PvP matches.
Hallucination Phenai actually scouts out the main base, sees the second Stargate as well.
Oh, and he's not having enough Phoenixes here yet to actually challenge on the main. Oh, this is a mistake. He's going to lose one at least of these Phoenixes. Phenai.
Indeed. Indeed, that's simply too much.
He's 7-4 right now, even though he has a second Stargate. Guess who else has a second Stargate? Rain. They both have two Stargates.
So much Phenai right now. Oh, look at this. All right, he's got to be careful. It's a very careful dance when the Phoenix number gets to this sort of count. Like, they cannot be caught out in the map. They do fly and shoot at the same speed, so if you get caught out, you're simply just going to lose them.
Yeah, if the lasers link, then you're done. Like, that's it. Because, like you said, they move and shoot. A third Stargate now coming up. It's starting to look like NSP Genius in here. Very famous for using mass Phoenixes in PvP exclusively with Anion Pulse Crystal. Speaking of which, there's the Fleet Beacon.
Trying to think of like another random Protoss player. It's like starting to look like
Hong and Prime in here.
Hong and Prime.
He would never make Span.
He just masses gateways or something, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I can't even remember how he plays.
So it's starting to look like Rex Sam Dark in here, man.
Ugly fight here. I definitely give this one to Rain.
This is just a terrible decision by herO.
Completely caught out
here. It's going to cost him the entire game.
It's going to cost him the Phenai fleet, and down they go.
GG. Man, somebody's got to get there and talk to herO. This is not a good series.
Someone teach this kid how to play Phenai, because that is not it.
That's not the way.
And Rain looking fantastic in on 3 days. Up 2-1 now, 2 games to go, and he's made it to the grand finals to face his old opponent, Biel, which he defeated last season of the GSL.
Yeah, that's the other, that's the other storyline here. You know, we talk about storylines going into the finals. If it is Rain who advances, Biel has an opportunity for revenge, and no doubt Rain wants to prove that it's not a one-time thing where he defeated Biel. He wants to do it a second time. Now for herO, and I feel like it's like, well, now I have to face my teammate. If he wins, he has to face his teammate, and neither of those players have ever won a StarLeague before. Biel doesn't even have any real premier tournament wins in his career, and he's been playing since StarCraft 1. He switched over to StarCraft 2 in early 2012. This guy's been playing StarCraft for like 6 or 7 years, and there's still no title to his name.
Well, as we say that, though, he's playing the best StarCraft he's ever had, you know, making it to the grand finals of GSL last season. He's already in the grand finals of StarLeague this time. Like, he's looking great. He's even pretty deep. He's in the top 8 of GSL after last night as well. Like, he's in a great place right now.
Absolutely. This is his best opportunity, I feel. And he's definitely, no doubt, watching right now tensely to find out which one of these players. We started off with 16. There they are. Only 3 remain. Rain, herO, and Biel. 2 Protosses, and the only Zerg to ever make it to what's supposed to be StarLeague Finals.
That's right. Well, there's going to be Expedition Lost the next.